In India, it's not easy to be a woman. Then why would anybody change their sex from a man to a woman? It must take a conviction of steel. I'm going to meet Apsara Reddy, who just a few years back was Ajay Reddy.
Even when they see you as a woman, a lot of people get some kind of pleasure in calling you sir.
This journalist in Reuters says, give a speech now, like, I love plants.
I believe in one thing, which I always say to myself, never complain, never explain. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'll become a politician. Of course, politics interested me because I feel politics is an essential part of every. It should be an essential part of every human being's daily routine to at least know the policies that affect you and what you can do about it. So I did read a lot about politics always, but never really thought of getting into mainstream politics till that call came from the BJP in Tamil Nadu to give me an award for Women's Day. And for me, it was a great high that a national party in power was, recognizing a transgender woman on Women's Day. So once I came out from the BJP, I got a call from Jayalalitha ji, who's a very powerful South Indian politician. A day before I met her, you won't believe it, I got a call from the same person who invited me saying, "Oh, you're a transgender woman, you can't meet her. No transgender woman has ever met her. We don't know how she'd react if I put you on stage with her." So I was quite taken aback, but then I had no choice. I said, "Oh, you know what? Perhaps there is no space for a transgender woman in politics," and I stayed home. But sure enough, the call came from the next day from her personal assistant saying, no, she really wants you to join the party. She made me come to a particular village where she was doing this massive rally and made me join the party as a national spokesperson amongst 20 million people, which was a huge thing for me. When a man is attacked, when a male politician is attacked, he's attacked for policy, for corruption. But when a female politician is attacked, she's attacked for her love life, she's attacked for her personal choices, she's attacked for her origin. So just because I was born a boy and I've become a woman, that doesn't make me any less beautiful or any less deserving to be known as a beautiful woman. For me, I actually started freelancing for a newspaper when I was in the 9th grade. I wrote articles, I wrote poems and stuff, and then was offered television. And so I told stories on different platforms. Because a man who doesn't have the courage to withdraw from his first relationship and start a loving relationship with somebody else is never going to have the courage to stand by you. And then when I moved to Australia for my bachelor's degree after my 12th, I started freelancing for the Hindu newspaper. When I went back to London, I started working with the BBC, and then things just happened. When I had enough of living abroad and wanted to come back home, I had a really great offer from the New Indian Express. He allowed me to write features and also about sexuality and gender, which I was passionate about. Every other senior leader I've met has looked at me as a photo op or somebody to engage in to find out about really, their curiosities, or just engage with me to kind of find out more about my gender or sexuality. I was very apprehensive to meet Rahul Gandhi ji. What I really did like was he was interested in the skill set and in the talents that I bring to the table, the way it should be for any job interview. And then when people say, you must have slept your way to get here, or you must have, you used your glamour and you used your sexuality to get here. And I feel that's a really harsh way of judging me, because just by using or exploiting a certain part of yourself, you can't get anywhere. You have to kind of have the intellect and the aptitude to get to a certain place. And I believe where people judge me because they think my sexuality has been my trump card, which is not the case. There are a lot of transgender women who don't make it. So you can't say that. The percentage of transgender women who make it are very, very less. I've had to go into a male security booth once because they would just refuse to kind of send me to the female security check, and this guy literally felt me up. It's really hard. Yeah, politics is a hard place to be because, the kind of people you come into contact with every day. In educational institution it's different, or if you're at a corporate company it's different. In politics it's a cross-section of people on a daily basis. So yes, you kind of get men who act fresh with you. You kind of sometimes meet men who think it's their birthright to kind of touch you and you shouldn't say anything about it. I've faced it all, but then sometimes I realize that as long as you are not giving into what they want and you're able to protect yourself, don't make a huge deal out of it, because they're not going to get anything. They're not going to lose much. You have everything to lose. Nowadays when I get an indecent proposal, I just laugh, because I just feel I'm used to it, I'm worth it, but I don't want to give in to it.